Have you ever seen a cow that might remind you of a mythical creature with not two, but three impressive horns? Or cattle with horns so wide they could rival the length of your car? And how about a massive Indian bull, known not just for its size, but for horns that curve so majestic it's hard not to stare? And let's not forget an antelope. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's get started. Number 20. Crocodile grabs the elephant's trunk in a brutal fight. Mothers are undoubtedly the fiercest and most determined creatures, so it's no surprise that this African elephant faced one of the deadliest animals on Earth, the Nile crocodile. This stunning footage reveals the exact moment when the crocodile, which had been chasing a baby elephant, encounters the protective mother. This mother, immensely strong and determined, quickly springs into action to protect her calf from any threat, and she wastes no time with the situation. With surprising speed, the enraged elephant approaches the crocodile and begins delivering a series of precise and completely ruthless stomps to the reptile's head, crushing it under her immense weight. The Nile crocodile, which can reach up to 4.5 meters in length, stands no chance against the power of this elephant mother. She's not only defending her calf, but also showing the immense strength that can be unleashed when an animal is threatened. The video was filmed by a tourist during a safari, and the viewer was completely mesmerized by the brutality and speed of the attack. Often, we think of elephants as gentle giants, peaceful creatures that roam the savannas, but this scene demonstrates that if you mess with them or make them feel any kind of threat, these massive creatures can become an unstoppable force of nature. The crocodile simply didn't stand a chance. It was quickly crushed and defeated, proving that when a mother is involved, there are no limits to her strength and determination. Number 19. Crocodile catches a cheetah. This footage is not for the faint of heart. Consider yourselves warned. While the cheetah is the fastest of the big cats and an incredibly agile and impressive hunter, there are some creatures that are also fast, even for these speedy felines. As this young cheetah, with its typical grace, dangerously approaches the edge of a watering hole, it has no idea what's lurking just below the surface of the water. The big cat, with all its skill and speed, soon finds itself at a disadvantage. The crocodile, taking advantage of the element of surprise, strikes in a brutal and shocking manner. By the time the cheetah realizes the danger, it's too late. In a matter of seconds, the feline is caught in the powerful jaws of the reptile, beginning a brutal and startling struggle. The Nile crocodile, one of the most feared and formidable creatures in the animal kingdom, is truly an impressively sized reptile. These predators can reach an impressive 6 meters in length and weigh up to 750 kilograms. With such mass and strength, it's no wonder that the mere presence of a large Nile crocodile is enough to send most other living beings fleeing quickly. What makes the Nile crocodile even more feared are its powerful jaws, capable of crushing its prey with terrifying force. Its bite force is up to 8 times stronger than that of a great white shark. However, the Nile crocodile is particularly efficient when it comes to snapping its mouth shut with crushing strength. Interestingly, its muscles for opening its mouth are relatively weak, but for this predator, that doesn't matter. A single deadly bite is all it needs. Its favorite method of killing prey is dragging them into the water and drowning them, a technique that ensures complete control over what it's hunting. Number 18. 3 leopards have an epic battle with a honey badger. Now, everyone knows that honey badgers are psychopaths. This is a well-known fact among wildlife enthusiasts. But did you know these crazy creatures are also practically fearless and audacious? They have one of the thickest and most resistant skins in the animal kingdom, making them notoriously difficult to take down, even by predators with sharp teeth like lions and leopards. These animals almost seem invulnerable, with an impressive resilience that makes them nearly bulletproof, with a remarkable ability to dodge even arrows, spears, and machetes. Therefore, the bites from other animals often mean nothing to them, and even a venomous snake is simply a snack for these wild creatures. In fact, honey badgers have a unique adaptation that makes them immune to venom, with natural defenses against the neurotoxins found in snake bites. This means that a sting, or even eating an entire venomous snake, has no effect on their bodies. For these animals, up to 25% of their diet can consist of snakes, a real treat. With that in mind, you can understand why such a cocky honey badger might feel comfortable facing off against 3 big cats just for fun. This video, filmed in the Kruger National Park area in South Africa, shows a leopardess and and her two cubs approaching the sand river. They walk along the bank and the curious cubs venture into a reed bed. Suddenly, the silence is broken by a great commotion, and the mother soon joins in, seeing a great opportunity to teach her cubs about hunting and defense. But in an unexpected and unusual moment of confrontation, all three leopards enter into a fierce fight with a honey badger, which seems more interested in causing chaos than fighting for survival. Given everything we know about these animals, this certainly isn't a situation that even a formidable animal like a leopard would want to face. And despite the clear numerical disadvantage, the honey badger doesn't leave without putting up a good and violent fight. It bites and attacks relentlessly, undeterred. In the end, after a series of intense attacks and furious bites, it becomes clear that this battle will not result in any satisfying meal or victory for either side. Realizing this, the leopards stop and back off, and the honey badger, unfazed, simply trots away as if nothing happened. With an attitude of someone who couldn't care less about challenges, it walks away calmly, as if it had just won another battle in the wild. Number 17. Rhino kills a warthog. Although African warthogs are usually not aggressive toward larger, more intimidating animals, they will definitely fight back if cornered by a rhinoceros. The African warthog is well equipped for self-defense. These wild pigs have longer legs than other types of pigs and are surprisingly fast when they need to be, particularly skilled at escaping dangerous situations with their agile evasion techniques. They can run in circles around predators and dodge with impressive dexterity. Though small in size, these warthogs are incredibly fast and agile, giving them a significant advantage in a fight when being attacked. Their behavior can fool many predators, as despite their size, they have impressive endurance and are quite hard to catch. The fierce African warthog, with its huge tusks, doesn't hesitate to use them for defense. These exaggerated tusks can cause significant damage, especially to a rhinoceros. Although the rhino has thick skin, it can be seriously wounded by these massive teeth. The warthog's great advantage is the power of its tusks, and if it strikes an opponent with them, the wound can be fatal, even for an animal as massive as the rhinoceros. However, in a battle like this, the outcome can be unpredictable, as both the rhino and the warthog have immense resilience and offensive capability. In this confrontation, the rhinoceros acts with speed and determination. It strikes first, charging with a decisive and lethal blow with its massive horn, something that can knock down any opponent. The warthog, which was simply trying to survive and protect its own life, is launched through the air in a most undignified manner, crashing heavily to the ground. It appears to be clearly lifeless after the rhino's brutal charge. Life in the savannah is often unforgiving and cruel, and this scene is a clear example of how things can change quickly. The warthog, which was once the aggressor, didn't have time to react to the rhino's overwhelming power. This dramatic confrontation shows how swiftly wildlife can turn, and how every living being needs to be fast and strong to survive in such an unforgiving environment. Number 16. Rasputin, the goat. The largest horns. Rasputin is not just an ordinary goat you find grazing in a field. This goat is practically a celebrity in the animal world, thanks to its enormous horns. Rasputin belongs to the species Capra hircus and is of the black-neck goat breed, which boasts an impressive color, black from the neck to the shoulders, transitioning to white all the way to the tail. This striking contrast makes the breed stand out among domestic goats, in addition to being highly valued for its resilience and distinctive appearance. In 2017, Rasputin entered the Guinness Book of World Records for having the widest horn spread of any living goat, measuring an impressive 35.2 centimeters, 13.8 inches in length, with a tip-to-tip of 1.35 meters, 4.4 feet. To put that into perspective, that's equivalent to the wingspan of some large birds. Its horns are so long and curved that they have become its trademark, inspiring admiration and curiosity from people around the world. He was named after the mythical advisor to Russia's last Tsar Nicholas II, Grigory Rasputin, by his owner, Martin Perker, due to his distinctively long beard, which resembled that of the historical figure. The name turned out to be a perfect fit, as Rasputin also seemed to possess an air of mysticism and grandeur that made him unique among his peers. The journey to recognizing Rasputin's extraordinary horns began when he was around 5 years old. Martin, inspired by colleagues who were also attempting to break records, decided to measure Rasputin's horns. Realizing that his goat could, in fact, be a world record holder, he began the registration process, undergoing rigorous evaluations before officially receiving the title. Since then, Rasputin has become a true icon among goat enthusiasts and exotic animal breeders. His story highlights not only Number 15, bighorn sheep, native of North America's rugged terrain. The bighorn sheep carries one of nature's most magnificent crowns, especially the males, known as rams. They have these incredible twisted horns that can become incredibly heavy, reaching an astonishing 13.5 kilograms, 30 pounds, which is like carrying a small dog on their heads. Additionally, their horns can grow 90 centimeters, 35 inches long, forming majestic curves that make these animals one of the most iconic symbols of North American wildlife. These horns aren't just for show. They play a crucial role in a ram's life, especially during mating season. When the time comes, males engage in intense duels, using their horns as weapons in dramatic battles. They collide with incredible force, test of strength, trying to prove their resilience and dominance. The sound of these impacts can be heard from far away and is part of a ritual that determines the hierarchy within the group. The stronger the ram, the higher its chances of becoming the leader and over the females for reproduction. Beyond their impressive horns and strength, bighorn sheep are extremely agile and perfectly adapt to the rugged mountain terrain. They have specialized hooves that provide excellent grip on rocky surfaces, allowing them to scale steep cliffs with ease. This ability gives them advantage against predators like mountain lions and wolves, which struggle to chase them in such hostile environments. Another fascinating aspect of these sheep is their incredible resilience. They can live at high altitudes, enduring extreme weather conditions, from scorching summer heat to freezing winter temperatures. Their thick wool keeps them warm in the cold, while their diet. Number 12. The Jafarabati buffalo. The Jafarabati buffalo is an impressive breed originating from the state of Gujarat, India. It belongs to the water buffalo family and stands out for its massive size and its impressive horns, which majestically curve backward over its shoulders. These horns can grow quite large, reaching up to 2 meters, 6.6 feet, tip to tip in some individuals, making them a fascinating and unique characteristic of this breed. In addition, the robust physical structure of Jafarabati buffaloes makes them well suited to a variety of terrains, from flatlands to mountainous regions. These buffaloes are known for their strength and endurance, making them invaluable for agricultural work in challenging terrains, such as plowing fields or transporting heavy loads. Their ability to navigate rugged landscapes is essential for local communities that rely on these animals for farming. Beyond their striking appearance, the horns also serve practical purposes. They are used for defense and to assert dominance within the herd, especially during mating periods or disputes over leadership. In a domestic context, the horns are often seen as a symbol of the animal's vitality and health. Buffaloes with large, well-formed horns are frequently considered stronger and healthier, which makes them more valued in the market. Additionally, the Jafarabati buffalo is an important source of milk in India, with the females of the breed highly prized for their high milk production. Jafarabati buffalo milk is known for its creaminess and flavor, making it a key ingredient in various traditional Indian recipes. The meat of this breed is also valued, though its primary purpose is milk production. In recent years, there has been an increase in the export of Number 11, the three-horned cow. Now let's talk about a truly unique creature that might make you do a double take. The three-horned cow. Yes, you read that correctly. A cow with 3 horns. This isn't something you come across every day, and for many, this will be the first time hearing about such an animal. It stands out for its rarity and peculiar appearance, sparking fascination and curiosity in anyone who sees it. The three-horned cow belongs to the Sang cattle family, just like the Ankoli, known for its incredibly long horns. These animals are native to regions of Africa, especially Uganda, and are notable for the immense size of horns. Like their Ankoli relatives, this cow can have lateral horns that reach up to 2.4 meters, approximately 7.9 feet from tip to tip. These imposing horns aren't just a physical feature. They represent strength and resilience, vital for the animal's survival in the changing conditions of the African environment. But what truly sets it apart is the extraordinary third horn that grows right in the center of the forehead, resembling a mythical unicorn. This extra horn is a rare genetic anomaly, making the cow a true legend in some regions of Uganda. It is believed that the third horn is a sign of something. Number 10. The Ankoli sable. Now, let's talk about the sable, an iconic antelope of the savannah, strutting around with horns so impressive that even the most confident predators think twice before messing with it. Imagine walking around with up to 1.5 meters of spiral-shaped sharp horns on your head. That's like having 2 small children stacked on top of each other, reaching to the sky from your forehead. These aren't just any horns, they are the ultimate accessory in the animal kingdom, combining style with a clear message of "stay away," visible to all around. These majestic creatures aren't just about their deadly horns, they're also large in size. Ankoli sables can reach about 1.2 to 1.5 meters in height at the withers, making them one of the largest antelopes in the savannah. However, of course, it's impressive spiral horns that truly steal the show. The males are the ones who sport these spiral wonders, using them as combat tools when it's time to show who's boss, whether it's during mating season or when a predator decides to invite itself to dinner. These horns are powerful weapons, and the antelopes don't hesitate to use them. Sables are known for their courage and exceptional abilities. If a lion dares to get close, it's likely the predator will need to reconsider its choice of meal. While lions are known as the kings of the jungle, even the big cats know that Number 9. Greater Kudus. Imagine walking through the vast, diverse landscape of the forests and savannas of East and Southern Africa when, suddenly, you cross one of these majestic and elegant antelopes. The first thing that would catch your attention is their enormous spiral horns. The greater kudu is often considered the royalty of the antelope world, with the male flaunting these impressive horns that can reach up to 1.8 meters in length. That's as long as a tall man lying down, giving you an idea of just how massive these animals are. These horns are not only long, but also twisted perfect spiral, resembling a corkscrew, making them one of the most stunning adornments in the animal kingdom with an almost surreal appearance. But why do these animals have such elaborate and grand horns? In the world of greater kudus, these spiral horns are not just a symbol of dominance, but an essential tool for survival and reproduction. During mating season, the males use these horns in intense battles, competing for the attention of the females. It's almost as if they're engaging in a medieval duel, fighting for the heart of a queen. However, unlike human knights, these warriors are antelopes. Instead of swords, their jousting lances are directly fixed to their heads. This impressive display of strength and skill is one of nature's marvels, highlighting the complexity of animal behaviors. Instead of swords, their jousting lances are directly fixed to their heads. This impressive display of strength and skill is one of nature's marvels, highlighting the complexity of animal behavior. Number 8. African buffalo. The African buffalo, also known as the Cape buffalo, is an imposing presence in the vast grasslands, savannas, and dense forests of sub-Saharan Africa. This species is famous for its robust build and, most notably, its impressive horns. Unlike other animals with horns that we've discussed, the African buffalo's horns have a unique feature. They possess a thick and heavy base, known as the boss, that extends across the animal's forehead, connecting the horns in a solid formation. From this strong base, the horns extend outward and then curve upward, forming a line that's slightly inclined backward. In some cases, individuals of this species can have horns that reach over a meter in length from tip to tip, which is truly striking. These massive horns are not just an impressive accessory. They serve as a powerful defense mechanism against fierce predators, such as lions, with whom African buffaloes share their habitat. But the horns of the African buffalo have an importance beyond defense. They are almost status symbols within the herd, with dominant males typically exhibiting larger and more imposing horns. These horns play a role in territorial disputes and mate selection, creating a hierarchy within the group. Battles between males, though intense. Number 7. Rhinoceroses. Unlike other animals we've discussed, rhinoceroses have truly unique horns. They are not made of bone, but rather keratin, the same substance that makes up our hair and nails. This difference makes them even more fascinating. As for rhinoceroses, their horns are not just for display or ornamentation. They serve vital functions. They are used for defense against predators, for asserting dominance with their species, and are crucial for protecting their young from threats. These horns can grow up to 50 centimeters, but in some cases, they can reach impressive lengths of 1.4 meters, with the longest horn recorded belonging to a white rhinoceros, measuring nearly 1.5 meters long. This remarkable size is not just an aesthetic trait. It is essential to the animal's survival and behavior. Rhinoceroses can be found in habitats across both Africa and Asia, and their horns have become one of the most defining and simultaneously controversial features of the species. Why controversial? Because these magnificent horns have made rhinoceros targets for poachers, who hunt them for the high market value of their horns. This represents a serious and ongoing. Number 6. Ibex, the mountain goat. Imagine an animal perfectly adapted to the nearly vertical faces of the Rocky Mountains, where it seems to defy gravity with every step. Now, add to this image a stunning set of long curved horns that can grow up to 1.2 meters in length, and you have the ibex. The ibex, also known as the mountain goat, is a type of wild goat found across various regions of Europe, North Africa, and Asia, and it is truly impressive sight. With its imposing build and ability to move with agility on rocky cliffs, the ibex is a fascinating example of adaptation to its environment. For males, these long horns, which crack in an elegant yet threatening manner, are symbols of strength and status, especially during the mating season. Males use these horns skillfully in direct confrontations with rivals, engaging in dramatic battles for dominance and the right to mate with females. However, the ibex's horns are only for social disputes. They play a vital role in the animal's survival in harsh and rugged mountain environments. In high-altitude locations and steep landscapes, these horns are essential for helping the ibex dig for food buried under layers of snow or even ward off predators. Its ability to maneuver in difficult terrain while using its horns for protection makes the ibex a true expert in altitude life. Number 5. Scimitar-horned oryx. The scimitar-horned oryx is an animal that seems to have stepped straight out of a fairy tale. This elegant species, once native to the vast regions of North Africa, features nearly straight horns that can reach an impressive 1.2 meters in length. Its name, scimitar, comes from the resemblance of its horns to the curved swords used by ancient warriors. These long point horns are not merely a striking feature, they serve a vital practical purpose. They are used for defense against dangerous predators like lions and hyenas, and also act as an essential tool for asserting dominance within the oryx's social groups. Although its appearance may suggest aggressive behavior, these horns also play a surprising role in thermoregulation. In its hot and arid habitat, the horns help the oryx cope with extreme heat by facilitating heat dissipation. Tragically, the scimitar-horned oryx has become a symbol of the vulnerability of wildlife under human pressures. Due to excessive hunting and habitat loss, it was classified as extinct in the wild, with the last populations confined to captivity. However, in the field of conservation, there is a glimmer of hope. Number 4. Mouflon. The mouflon is a wild sheep believed to be one of the direct ancestors of modern domestic sheep, originating from the mountainous regions of Europe and Asia. Known for its impressive appearance and resilient nature, the mouflon is particularly admired for its horns, which are one of the species' most notable features. The males, known as rams, display long, elegantly curved horns that can grow in a tight spiral, up to 85 centimeters in length. These horns are a trademark of the mouflon and play a crucial role during the breeding season. During this time, the rams use their horns spectacularly to compete for the attention of females. The confrontations between males are intense and involve a striking display of strength and skill, with the rams headbutting each other in a battle for the right to mate. These disputes are fierce, lasting several minutes, with the two opponents getting close and pushing at each other with their horns, trying to knock the other down. Despite their brutal appearance, these battles rarely result in serious injury. This is largely due to the unique shape of the horns and the ram's fighting technique, which involves agile and careful maneuvers to avoid serious harm. The ability to fight with precision and the shape of their horns make mouflon rams experts in battles, ensuring that Number 3. Asian water buffaloes. Imagine a large and powerful animal calmly standing by the water with incredible horns curving from its head, reaching an impressive 2.7 meters from tip to tip, longer than most sofas. These massive horns are one of the most remarkable features of the Asian water buffalo and play a crucial role in the life of this majestic animal. But why such large horns for an Asian water buffalo? These horns serve a vital role in the animal's social interactions. Buffaloes use these impressive horns to establish dominance within their social groups, helping to show who is the leader and who has the greatest strength. It's a bit like having a contest to see who has the most impressive set of horns, with males fiercely competing for supremacy. But the horns are just for display. They have much more practical and vital functions. In the muddy rivers where buffaloes love to refresh themselves and spend hours submerged, the horns help navigate the rough terrain, providing balance and stability as they move through the mud and water. They also play a role in defense against threats such as predators or even other species, and can be used to protect the calves. Additionally, these horns are widely used in agricultural tasks, where buffaloes are often employed by humans to plow fields and carry loads. Thus, the horns of Asian water buffaloes are much more than an impressive physical feature. They are versatile tools that play essential roles in both survival and collaboration with humans. Number 2. The Attic antelopes. The Attic antelopes are one of the most fascinating species in the desert, not only because of their pale fur, helps reflect the scorching desert sun, but also because of their magnificent horns, which are one of the most prominent features of this species. Both males and females have these impressive horns, which curl tightly in spirals and can grow up to 1.2 meters in length. The unique shape of the Addax horn is a distinctive trait of the species, making it easily recognizable and highly adapted to life in the harsh desert environment. These horns are not just a feature, they also play a crucial role in defense against predators, such as hyenas and lions, that share the habitat with the Addax. The tight spiral. Number 1. The Texas Longhorn. Originating from brought by Spanish explorers in the 16th century, the Texas Longhorn is one of the most remarkable and unique cattle breeds, famous for its impressive horns that can extend over 1 to 8 meters from tip to tip, making them some of the largest in the world. Although called the Texas Longhorn, the breed's origin is a mix of different cow lineages, combining traits of Spanish cattle known as Criollo and English cattle, which were brought to Texas many years ago. The result of this breed combination is a robust and resilient animal, perfectly adapted to the hot climate and challenging conditions of the region. The Texas Longhorn's horns serve several vital functions for the animal. In addition to acting as a natural defense mechanism against predators, they also play a crucial role in social interactions within a herd, with males using their horns to establish dominance and hierarchy. The imposing size of these horns makes battles between males an interesting spectacle. They engage in epic fights for territory and females. Moreover, these enormous horns have an massive cooling function. They help regulate the animal's body temperature with blood-circulating horns, allowing heat to dissipate more efficiently. This is essential for the survival of the Texas Longhorn in the vast and hot areas of Texas and Mexico, where these creatures reside. But the Texas Longhorn is not just important from a biological standpoint. It has played a significant role in American history and culture. These animals were essential during the early cattle drives in the country, carrying heavy loads across long distances. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Don't forget to check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.